Welcome to Comics League Dark. I'm Jared, and I'm here with the boys. We got JJheat Plays. What is going on, brother?
Flame on. How's it going? Pleasure to be here.
We're here with Teladia Plays. What is going on, dude?
Not much. Lois Lane is Lois Lane, and
That is correct. That is correct.
Back for life.
Yes, exactly. And we're here with Nick from the Phoenix Press. What's up, dude?
What is up? Lois Lane is not Lois Lane. She is awesome.
Okay, so we're not here with the Phoenix Press.
I like Lois Lane.
I can't remove Max.
Wait, did you?
No, I didn't. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't JJheat. Was that you?
I don't even have access to this account. What are you talking about?
All right. Hey, what's up, Nix? What's up, Cameron? So today we got a packed show, and oh boy. So what do you guys want? Do you want to talk about Green Lantern?
Let's get the cringe out of the way. My Adventures of Superman Season 2.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Lanterns, because trust me, that is cringe as hell.
Let's build up to that.
All right, so My Adventures of Superman is coming out, which is and what's up, Quinn? Which is or as I like to call it, one of the worst pieces of Superman media I've ever seen.
And this man has seen Superman 4, so he knows what he's talking
The minute I see Deathstroke as an edgy teenager in an Iron Man suit, I'm like, I'm out.
Not even that. I'm pretty sure that was just Jerry. Saying nothing against the actor, but if I literally see Jerry Smith in your performance, I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry. I just can't.
And when you decide to, well, the only good part from that series is the fact that Twitter was bashing Lois Lane. That was the best part. I love that. Hey, what's up, Justin? And what's up, Atchison? Yeah, the Superman. It's made. There you go. It's made for Reddit and Twitter. But Teladia and I will be streaming it, and he's the one excited for that. So,
yeah.
What do you think about it, Teladia?
Well, I'm really excited to see where they go with not with Superman and Lois. I'm not excited about that. I'm talking about the villains. Like, I'm excited for that. What villains they're going to bring to the table, and Supergirl's introduction. How are you going to introduce Supergirl to Superman in this universe?
Well, Brainiac, it's easy. They're going to copy my idea of having Brainiac intercepted her ship when she left Krypton.
That's Injustice 2. They're going to do a copy of an Injustice 2.
Injustice 2. She still reached Earth.
That's plausible, but I don't want this season to go any longer than it has to. Like, maybe 10, 12 episodes and just straight to the point. I don't want any filler. I don't want anything to be too dragged out. Can we please just be done with this show?
Yes.
At least the first episodes will have action. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Remember, Teladia, do you really, really, really want to make this bet with me again? Because remember, that didn't work out for you when we bet on Superman and Lois.
I will say this.
All right, let's make this bet. Let's do it.
No. I'm not doing.
I'm out.
I'm not doing no bet.
Cowards! Yeah, cowards!
Okay.
All of ya.
If Teladia loses a bet, as he most likely will, what does he have to positively review?
Blank Man.
I don't know.
It's not that bad, though. It's a parody.
It is bad. It is bad, JJheat. Stop it.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I have to. Oh, I got a good one. I have to positively review the worst DC comic in history.
There's a lot of them. You're gonna have to be really more specific, Teladia.
Well, the most recent one, isn't it? The most up to date.
Oh, you mean anything written by Tom King?
Let's see. I can name a few recommendations.
Hey, what's up, Britt? It hinges off the most basic, eye-rolling, inducing, overhyped anime tropes. Yeah, exactly. And by the way, since Britt is in the chat, I might as well play this.
He's back.
There you go.
My favorite moment of the
I had to play her intro. Yes, it was awesome. I completely understand the mindset of, can this just please be over already? I feel the same way watching 13 Reasons Why. Yeah,
People
exactly.
Still watch 13 Reasons Why?
I mean, there's 13 reasons why not to watch the show.
I walked right into that, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. It's only 10 episodes, so it's not too extreme. So I'm like, okay.
At least there's not going to be another episode of Council of Loser Lanes. So
My
I'm good.
theory is that this will be the last season of the show. That's my
there's
theory.
no way this is getting a
Oh,
season 3.
That's
There's
my
no way.
theory.
Yeah, I think with James Gunn at the helm of DC, there's no way he'll be like, oh, I want another Superman anime to
Don't be
overlap
so
mine.
sure. Don't be so sure.
No, to
I'm
overlap.
sorry,
his
but the
Superman.
show is just cringe enough.
Mm-hmm. It's just cringe enough for him to.
Yeah, I know.
That.
What I mean is that James Gunn won't want his Superman to compete with My Adventure with Superman. If
They
you know
don't
what I
care
mean.
about animation, though. That's the problem.
That sucks.
Cameron says, "Would you all take Ponytail Deathstroke or Emo Boy Deathstroke?" Ponytail.
How about neither?
Nope.
Neither.
Neither. But if I have to choose between the two, I'll take the Ponytail because at least it kind of looks like Deathstroke. It's probably cancel, and I doubt another streaming service wants to license it. Yeah, exactly. You're not selling the My Adventure verse to Netflix, that's for sure.
And a lot of good shows are leaving HBO Max May 27th. Granted, I had heard that circulate online. Take that with a grain of salt, but I've heard some quality shows are leaving the platform.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
Maybe they're selling some stuff to Netflix.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. So
Vince has got a really good question.
What age group is My Adventure? That's a good question. That's
Preteens?
Yeah.
It's for those who lack brain cells. That's the age group.
Whoa, yeah. Hey, what's up, Hero Mode? And by the way, I did an interview on the Hero Mode podcast. You guys go check that out. Can we get it? Please get a Young Justice season 5 and not get it cancel again.
Hero Mode podcast.
I wish. Probably not.
Oh, okay. I will be completely honest with you. This is more than likely going to be an epilogue movie / Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo type situation. I do not see realistically Young Justice getting a season 5. I just don't see.
They had their chance.
Yeah, if season 4 was a better performer, I guarantee you it would have gotten another thing. But it wasn't. It's very simple because you shoehorn a bunch of stuff off screen. And yes, I am gonna hold that JJheat because guess what? That's just lazy storytelling. If you don't have the time to tell these stories, then don't do them.
I agree with you, Jared, but you're comparing overarching world building to a throwaway line in a film.
I'm not even talking about the Decamu. I'm just talking doing stuff off screen in general. But Nick, you're a writer, a very good writer. Now,
oh, thank you, sir.
Are you supposed to do a lot of stuff off screen or like very vital plot points off screen or off panel? Would you say?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So. That's my problem with it. I'm like, me too. There were some fun parts, but I just didn't do it. Young Justice could have had X-Men 97 levels of hype. Yeah, if it were good, that's for sure.
I mean, it did have it. It did kind of have it when it first came back, though.
Yeah.
Let's listen to what Max have to say about My Adventure with Superman.
All right. So have you seen the show, Max?
I haven't seen it, but it looks fun to me. Haters. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, my friends seem to like it. I know they're bringing in Supergirl. There you go. Next season.
My whole thing is like I get what they're going for, but you see, I'm one of those people.
Sounds awesome.
Jerry's face.
You're on thin ice, Max. You're on thin ice.
Somebody clip this.
But the thing about it is like with Supergirl, they're only doing that for nostalgia armor because that's what you guys have to realize is that when these studios say we're bringing in this character and this character, they're doing it because the fanboys will be like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever! We finally saw Supergirl," and I'm like, "But is the quality of the storytelling good? No, it sucks." Like I mean, I do have to agree with Jared. Thank you, Cameron. Young Justice was doing too many time skips.
Season
Way
2,
too many.
The transition from season 1 to 2, especially if you count the tie-in comics, had the best balance of it. Season 3 did way too much, and season 4 did way too little. Now, I'm just going to go on this quick tangent, then we'll go back to My Adventure Superman. Season 4 was a return to form. I will give you that. Focusing on the core cast of season 1, their development, their insecurities, their personal arcs. Though Nightwing didn't get an arc himself, but that's neither here or there. But even with that, the show's just become way too bloated at this point.
Plus,
make a spinoff or don't involve these expanding characters at all.
Plus, JJheat, they're hinting. They were hinting at the finale of season 4 that Heroes in Crisis was the story they were going to do for season 5. Do we really want that?
I thought they did Heroes in Crisis in season 4. I thought that they did that.
No, they're actually doing Sanctuary. They actually name drop Sanctuary. So I'm like, oh no.
Because someone in
Wally West is dead.
Because someone in pre-production thought, oh, this is a great story. We got a high-profile writer on it.
Yes.
Oh, Superman the Animated Series is
as
way
much
better.
as I hate to congratulate Bruce Timm, this is way better than My Adventure with Superman. Speaking of which, Nick and I will be covering that entire show. But anyway.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we will be covering the Superman the Animated Series. That's Tash. You know that.
Oh, I thought for a moment. Okay.
No. We're not covering a Superman. No. I got to do it with this guy.
He's going to do it with me.
Do you guys think it's a good thing My Adventure with Superman didn't introduce Lex Luthor or no? It did introduce
I thought they did.
They did. They did. It was the Jesse Eisenberg version of Lex Luthor, and everyone loved that. So I'm like, seems like someone has a vendetta against Snyder. But anyway, so moving on. Can we talk about Lanterns next?
Please.
Yeah, let's do it.
Speaking of crappy writing, so you know who's the writer for Lanterns? Nick, you are going to love this. I got one word for you. Lost.
In space.
Nope, just Lost.
Just Lost.
JJ Abrams.
No. Lindelof.
God. Freaking.
Watch these men get emasculated.
Yeah, there you go. I knew that was going to be your reaction. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that was going to be your reaction to it.
The Ozymandias fart scene. No
They
one.
had a-
Like,
wait. Ozymandias had a fart scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that James Gunn would hire this person then.
Literal toilet humor, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I love how they got one season. It's like, oh, that was always my intention. Just
sure it was. Yeah. Sure it was.
Sorry, you got me angry.
But Britt
this
makes
is the thing. This is the thing. This is the one DCU show that I was kind of excited for. Then this, because I don't trust David Lindelof to write anything. So I'm like, do I take the plunge? Assuming the DCU gets to that point, but I don't know. What do you want to say, JJheat?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Britt makes a good point. My Adventures with Superman was greenlit only for the idea of Supergirl being featured. However, the writer being a massive Lois. Who's to say this wasn't one season broken up into two?
Oh, you're talking to Velma situation.
Yes.
Why did you say that name? So
I regret nothing.
Yeah, they're going to use
Scrappy Doo.
So they're going to make Lanterns dark, gritty, and serious. So they're going to Zack Snyder Green Lantern. But I mean, I'm fine with that. But I would rather have Zack Snyder doing it. I'm sorry, but no one can convince me that the 2011 movie didn't damage the Lantern reputation. In terms of studio like confidence in the IP, yeah, it did. But in terms of like it being a bad movie, it's not a bad movie. Does that have problems? Yes. But oh, by the way, Dave has a good point. Big red flag. Jon Stewart's going to lecture Hal Jordan on white privilege and call him a supremacist, isn't he? Yeah, probably.
And he's
got one trick. Yeah.
And here's my depiction of this, because say what you will about the Tomorrowverse with Beware My Power, but at least the writer on that film had the tact to avoid this, because in the original comics, in the Silver Age, Jon Stewart was very stereotypical of the times, to say the least. So knowing this writer, I would not be surprised if he pulled that same crap.
A rational skeptic asks, so who would be cast as Hal Jordan in Green Lantern Lanterns? I would Glenn Powell as Hal Jordan. I think he'd do a great job. And
does that mean we get Sydney Sweeney as Star Sapphire?
That is kind of true, though. That's a good one. Nice. But
if only.
Yeah, but let's see. Who would you cast as Jon Stewart?
I'm just gonna say this. The fact that we never got to see Blake Lively as Star Sapphire will go down as one of the biggest.
But they hinted at it because on her helmet, her name is Sapphire. By the way, in Neos Fader, yes, it should be modeled after Assassin's Creed Odyssey for her video game. Thank you very much. I stream it every other Thursday on my channel.
Just please don't model it after Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah,
but back to Lanterns.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling as Hal Jordan. I could see that.
Yeah.
No,
The thing about Hal Jordan is he's a bit of a jerk.
Maybe a
And-
Guy Gardner, but not Hal Jordan.
No, I think Ryan could play Kyle Rainier, but that's about it.
Kyle Rayner.
can
The
see
name
it.
is Rayner.
I could see it.
but I think Glenn Powell's Hal Jordan would be a really really good
yeah,
fit.
yeah.
Oh wait, John Boyega as John Stewart. Particularly
No,
if they're
there's only
going.
one person who played John Stewart, Wayne T. Carr.
Wait,
Well, yeah, but I'm saying under this universe, I could see John Boyega doing it because that way he can technically be a type of Jedi, even though Star Wars kind of screwed him. Aldous Hodge. I could see
Justice
Aldous.
for Finn.
Yeah, I could see Aldous Hodge doing that. That would work. Someone said.
Ooh.
What about Jim Hanzo as Korag or whatever that like the character
Kilowog? Kilowog? I could
Yeah.
see that. So is this hopefully going to take place in space, or are we doing that BS where lanterns are going to be stuck on Earth due to budget? Most
Could go
likely
either
most likely stuck on Earth due to budget.
Could go either way.
yeah. What does Max think about lanterns? I really
Yeah, go
wanna
ahead.
see.
Ooh,
Um,
RJ.
I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. This project's been taking forever. It's still connected to the JJ stuff, right? With if it's got those people from Lost, Lindelof, and I don't have the disdain for Lindelof that you do, but I mean I'm not like a big
Clearly, you
fan
haven't
either.
seen any clips from Watchmen.
I've seen some of Watchmen. I've seen some of it.
Not the good Zack Snyder movie, the crappy show.
Yeah, it was.
I try not to
interesting.
be reminded of that show. Thanks for putting that nightmare back in my head, Jared. But Max,
You're
please
welcome.
continue.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I love you, brother.
So I don't know. I'm not against it. I'm not for it though. Doesn't get me excited.
And yeah, and RJ, this is one of the other few times I agree with you. Yeah, I could definitely see Bradley Cooper as Hal Jordan because Gunn did indicate that like Hal Jordan is older in this universe, so they could make Bradley Cooper work. Can you imagine? He goes from one type of Guardian of the Galaxy to another. Only this time you can actually see him. The show started good like Lost, but then it got crap along the way. Yeah, exactly. That's what's going to happen with Lantern.
I have the perfect actor for Hal Jordan. He is so perfect. Jack Black.
I could see it.
Thank you. You
wait. Like, do you get the joke though?
I get it.
Jalen says, "Do you think Kilowog will be in the show?" Yeah, because from what we know about the show, other Lanterns beyond Hal and John will be in this throughout. Like maybe we'll see Jessica, maybe we'll see Kyle.
Limited cameos though, due to CGI.
All right, Jenna Ortega for Jessica Cruz.
Yes. The question is this before? Is this show going to take place before or after Hal becomes Parallax and comes back to life?
And Cal, not the cartoon. It was the actual live-action TV show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, yeah. So, would you guys want all the human lanterns to be there? Limit that because then you can have like other, like and Nick said, Kilowog, Salak. There's so many Saronic Noctu. There's like a ton of really cool Green Lanterns they can bring in there. Please, no guy. No guy is going to be in Superman. So that's why we need a Super Wonder TV show. I agree with you. Chris Pratt is a possibility for Hal. You know, Gunn's going to cast him in some big role. Probably. I mean, I could see him as Booster Gold.
Yeah,
I can actually see Chris Pratt as Guy Gardner, but I know
that's taken.
He could pull it off, but that's too similar to Star-Lord. I hate to cut you off, Jared. Please continue.
No, it's all good. Remember the rumors that Tom Cruise, Hal joining in Christopher McQuarrie's Man of Steel 2 pitch? Yeah.
Please don't remind me of that.
But all in all, to talk about Lanterns, I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. I'm skeptical. Let me put it this way: I'm skeptical. Lindelof could somehow surprise me. I don't anticipate it because every time he writes a show, it's involved in this. Plus, Tom King is involved in the story writing of this series. So you know someone's going to be depressed. Maybe Lantern is going to shoot himself in the head because that's what he did once in a Tom King comic. There's any number of
The Gift. Look it up.
He did that. Yeah, go ahead.
Jared, RJ is saying, "Oh, the Ozark guy is the main showrunner. Lindelof is just writing an episode or two." And
Those are gonna be the worst episodes.
Those are gonna be the worst
Hands
episodes.
down.
Yeah, that's gonna be the worst episodes, RJ. I appreciate that dude though, but I don't know. Manhunters or other color lanterns, the main villains. It says, okay, so what Gunn originally said is that in Lanterns, that's where we're going to get an indicator as to who is the main villain for the DCU. I don't think they're going to go with Darkseid again.
No.
What they could do is tease Black Lanterns, because they could do what Jeff Johns... They could do what Jeff Johns... Let me finish. They could do what Jeff Johns did with the comics, because if you notice, they built up to Blackest Night from the very beginning of his run. So you could just sprinkle these things in, because you could start having like the other Lanterns show up. Like all of a sudden the Sinestro Corps shows up. You could do Rage of the Red Lanterns. And then once all the corps are established, boom, Blackest Night. I actually don't give an F about Green Lantern. I never liked him in the comics, and I don't care for him now. I don't care what they do with that IP. Read the Jeff Johns run. Read the Jeff Johns run.
Highly recommended.
And Dave says, this is the one project that Jeff Johns should actually be involved in. I agree. This is the one time where I'm like, involve Jeff Johns in the movies.
That or Stargirl.
Yeah, that and Stargirl. But this, in terms of the movies...
the Stargirl TV show slaps.
What's up, Dreadmare? And Jill. Yeah, can you imagine if they build to Black Lanterns, which is basically DC Zombies, because they can make that like the big Endgame style thing where it's like everyone verse, and you can bring back like everyone that has died throughout the DCU as Black Lanterns. Wait, Brainiac should be the villain for the Justice League. You can even make Zod. No, we're not doing Zod. We're not bringing up Zod again.
I will say this though, although Blackest Night is not a bad idea, I would not do it I would not set that up strictly for chapter 1. Maybe at end of chapter 2.
But we don't know how long chapter 1 is going to be.
Guys, hear me out.
Yeah.
Starro.
But Gunn already used Starro in his crappy Suicide Squad, and apparently that's canon.
Wait, what?
No, because remember, Rick Flagg's death in that movie is canon.
Justice League Frontier would be the safest route. Not gonna
that they could do. I could definitely see them.
Wait.
But I'm sorry, if it's not set in the 50s, what's even the point?
Wait. Rational. Don't remind JJheat about Gotham Knights, because he still has to review it. He still has to review it and react to it live.
You still have to complete it.
You are not letting him off the hook, are you, sir?
No, absolutely. I had to watch Blank Man. I'm not letting anyone off the hook anymore.
You watched the first 2 episodes when they premiered. I avoided this like Batwoman. Jesus Christ.
Do you think James Gunn will do New Frontiers the first team up? See, here's the problem with that. That's a lot. If he's having it set in the modern day, you can't, because part of what makes New Frontier so good is seeing superheroes in like the
golden
50s and 60s. It loses its effect if you put it in the modern day. It's like remember when they were apparently going to do a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton, but what everyone forgot is that it was going to take place in the modern day. You can't, these are 2 properties you can't set in the modern day.
I agree. They're period pieces, hands down.
Yeah. Good on James Gunn for getting proven showrunners that
fell off.
Just saying. So depending on the writer,
he's not really a proven showrunner, not anymore.
No. So depending on the writer, should I just dash my hopes of seeing Hal and Carol? No, you probably will see Hal and Carol together, because that's like a classic pairing, and Gunn's all about classic pairings. No, Earth 3 should be the villains. That would be cool. I'll give you that. I don't think they'll do that.
Crisis of 2 Earths or the Crime Syndicate should usually be a one and done. I wouldn't make that an overarching villain.
Gunn will probably do Justice League International, so he'll bring in the B lister, the B to D to Z listers, and then the Justice League movie won't feature the characters that the general audience associates with when they think of the Justice League.
It would set up Infinite Crisis in the OMAX.
You could just bring in Booster Gold for that and Blue Beetle. That's it. You don't need the entire JLA. Okay, Teladia, let me ask you. Actually, you know what, Max? I'll ask you a question. Who do you think of when you think of the Justice League?
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Cyborg.
Okay, good.
Hunter.
That's a solid lineup. Now, the JLI are made up of, yes, Batman, Guy Gardner,
Shazam. He was a member for a time.
Shazam, yeah. By Guy Gardner as a Yellow Lantern because he had Sinestro's ring at the time. Fire, Ice. Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't Guy Gardner become a Red Lantern at one point? Like the
New 52, but yes,
and that was awesome. So did Supergirl. That was if they have one story from the New 52, please, even if it's for a movie, give her the Red Lantern ring. That'd be so dope. But
yeah,
it's like Fire, Ice, Maxima, Bloodwind, who is just Martian Manhunter in disguise.
Hawkman.
Well, yeah. Hawkman was on the Justice League, but I'm just talking about the basic lineup of the bare minimum you need: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, a Green Lantern. It doesn't matter which one because all of them have served on it prominently. Preferably Hal Jordan, John, or Jessica, and at least Martian Manhunter and Aquaman. And then there you go.
What about Red Tornado?
Okay, wait. I mean, Gunn made the Guardians. The only reason why
brand recognition
Guardians was authorized by Disney and people showed up for Guardians was because the MCU had built up enough fan confidence that if people saw in Marvel Studios logo, they would show up. DC has never had that. That's why Blue Beetle bombed, even though it was a great movie.
I'm sorry, but every time they do an obscure character, everyone says, but it worked for Guardians. That is the one time it has worked. That is the exception to the rule. Guardians is not the example of it is the one time it actually did pan out. It was luck.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been holding that one in.
I appreciate that, sir. Closest would be Suicide Squad 2016, which made a lot of money, but still you had big name actors too. But anyway,
Suicide Squad was sold as a Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah, that too. And it was billed as a Harley Quinn and Joker movie, so really it was which is why they're not doing a Justice League movie anytime soon. They're doing solo movies first. The only team up is the Authority, but that's an unknown commodity already. I don't think that Authority movie is going to come out, particularly if there's a sale. They're going to tell them only give us Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Only give us the big characters. They're not going to pull Creature Commandos because that's too far ahead. But likely what they'll say... go ahead.
Jurassic League is not going to come out. That is the stupidest idea ever.
When you had...
I could see Jurassic League coming out strictly as an Elseworld, just straight...
As a DVD thing, but still, I'm like, okay, so you're telling me you had the guys behind Spider-Verse show up and say, we're going to do a Batman Beyond movie. In fact, guess what? We made concept art.
And concept video.
And concept video. And then WB said no, and then the same day announced Jurassic League.
I'm sorry, Batman Beyond is a license to print money, especially the way they have presented it.
Think about it this way: it's Batman. It's Batman. And we know Batman crap sells. Batman Beyond is a known IP in the Batman mythos, and it's from the guys that brought you Spider-Verse. People will show up for that. And
I got two words to say. Batman sells. That's it.
Yeah. They're
license print money.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of things into production this year and next year before so many releases, so anything's possible. At the very least, you're getting it depends. Some of them will come out. I don't think all of them are gonna come out. Anything Batman should print money. All you got to do is not F it up. Yeah, exactly. You can't mess it up. Do I trust what they're doing? Not necessarily, but I don't know. I'll keep an open mind on that. But Gunn's going to make sure to release as much of these projects across the finish line before the potential sale.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Once the sale happens, the new owners could just go ahead and just tax or write off all this crap and just say, we're not doing this, we're not doing this, we're not doing this. Give us movies about recognizable IPs first.
The boss of Universal, he's at a party with James Gunn.
And they'll say,
He sticks a check into James Gunn's pocket and says, I am buying this studio. And I'm going to change some of the rules regarding movies.
The DC era, yeah.
I would say even fix the suit fix fix the suit. That's the first and the most important thing for an actor is the suit.
Okay, I'm going to be devil's advocate here. I think when we see the suit in a better position and lighting, I think we're going to I think the suit, a lot of it is it's in a bad position. They put him in a bad pose. It's bad lighting. I think if we can see the suit in a better way, I think we'll think higher of it. I'm not saying
here's the other thing,
whole
Nick.
reason, but I think it's at least part of it. I'm trying to be fair.
Here's the difference, though. Even the people that here's the problem with that, but then you also have the padding and the lines, and that's not the only problem with the suit. That's why I say even if you take another marketing picture of the suit and just plaster it up there and says, "Here's a Superman suit," it's not going to fix the It's not going to fix the problems people already have with that.
I get it, but I just saw I saw pictures where somebody upped the saturation, brought the colors out, and the suit instantly looked like 20 to 30% better in my eyes.
We'll see. They won't. Yes, they will. You obviously don't know how these companies work. Trust me. If there's a chance that they could make more money or get money back, or if it's more of a not sure thing, they'll pull it. They'll pull it. The suit is fine. I care more about the movie being good. We'll see. Batman Beyond can definitely work in the modern day. Our current technology isn't much different than the cartoon, just not as cool. Even the Justice League's cartoons technology look very different. Yeah, that could work.
Mm-hmm.
Batman's story isn't set in the 30s to the 80s. He shouldn't be wearing trunks. Thank you. Thank you. People don't give a crap about the suits. I got news for you, Jalen. The people that Warner Brothers normally listens to, including their shill content creators, all care about the suit and have all said this sucks. It's all about first impressions, and I got news for you. Even if the movie's good
miserably.
Even if the movie's good, if the impressions of the movie aren't good, let me put it this way: if the trailer doesn't kill, if the trailer is not one of the coolest things ever, that movie would do well.
Yeah.
That's my personal theory. This is just what that's it. There's no guarantee.
Film theory.
Mm-hmm. What WD? It's a background as far as unprecedented. It's the first. No, it really was. I mean, it depends on how far along these projects are in development. But what they could do is just do some rewrites and disconnect authority and stuff, so we can not have this be. Can it give Batman Beyond a live action TV show? That's another thing they could do. Budget wise, would it look that good?
No.
Maybe. There's potential.
Live action, no. I'm sorry. The show is too stylized. It's too far. It would be way too big budget. It would basically be a green screen extravaganza. Because TV shows are done the cheap. Even if you give it the Stranger Things budget, you're basically looking at what was that Cyberpunk Netflix show? The cloning one.
I forget. There's so many cloning shows.
The one with the stacks in the back of your head.
Altered Carbon.
Yeah, the guy that had Flag in it. It basically your best bet is it would look like Altered Carbon.
That's not bad. I mean,
yeah, but the thing is, even then, that you got to realize that's a show, but then you tack superhero stuff on top of it. I don't know. I just don't think the budget's there for the justice.
But it good to the only way Trunks makes sense if Clark's established as a big wrestling or MMA fan, and even then the uniform style for the rest of the suit wouldn't make sense. It's a Frankenstein costume. I agree. They should.
But what if he's wearing boxing shorts? And
no
bare legs and boots.
No. They should.
No. I'm talking about like basketball shorts, as a homemade costume. And then he has boots on top of it. It's more like a homemade kind of.
For a quick segment, I could see it, but no more than 2 or 3 minutes.
By the way, Jared, that's how I would do it. I do a quick.
I've seen a lot of comic book creations. Okay, you know why they're doing that, RJ? Because they're doing it because they want Gunn to adapt their project so they get royalties. That's why. It's not necessary. The minute I see John Byrne providing support for the DCU, that's when I check out. But anyway, so let's go. They should stop giving us obscure characters like Blue Beetle. Yeah, this is the quietest Max you've been alive.
I'm here.
I gotta push back. I wouldn't call Blue Beetle obscure because he's had a lot of features on animation show, like he was on Young Justice a lot.
In terms of the general audience, though, Nick,
obscure kind of implies like he's not like a totally unknown character.
No, but
would be like
comparatively, he is obscure. Comparatively, he is obscure.
We can agree to disagree on this one.
All right, that's fine. So we also need a DC fandom again. Yes, I agree with that. That I agree. Because that was a great idea for marketing. You can actually you can actually tell people more about this stuff. You can even have James Gunn reveals like the timeline and the slate at Fandom.
And then you're doing a live stream, and then it's like a retrospective on the Snyder Cut, and then James Gunn is here the entire time. He's been wearing a leather jacket that's been suspiciously zipped up. And then someone asks him about it, and he unzips it, and it's Justice League 2.
Yeah, or maybe they're actual fans of what he's doing. Well, that could be true. It's just, I'm sorry. See, here's the problem with it, too. This is my problem with a lot of DC creators, is that when they make content, they are stuck in the period of which they read comics. And that's fine. I understand why that is. But that's
literally any fandom. Like there's kind of
I know, but
like there's this phrase among Legend of Zelda fans.
Let him
the
cook.
best Zelda game is the one you play when you're 12.
Nick. But the thing about that is that when you're dealing with characters that are viewed by the general audience, you really have to take this and go, okay, is the way that I've seen this character all like marketable to the general audience nowadays? No, then he has to change in a certain way. That's the problem with that. But Blue Beetle is no more obscure than characters like Carol Danvers or and the problem is that Blue Beetle didn't have a thriving universe to back him up. That is true too. That is 100% true too.
Also, I would argue they didn't figure out Blue Beetle until like 10 years ago. Like I think like the let's be honest, nobody cares about the headquarter version. If anyone cares about Blue Beetle, it's a Jaime Reyes. Because let's be honest, the Jaime Reyes version is actually kind of interesting, and that's the version that people care about. No one, not many people care about Deadpool.
I mean, they could be made to if they positioned him like Tony Stark, but that's all I'm saying there.
He's discount Tony Stark, discount Batman. That's his problem.
That is 100% who he is. But so let's transition to another topic. But before we do, I want to give a little self-promo to Nick's comic, 2100 Samurai.
Ooh.
So, Nick, tell us about this comic book project while I share the screen.
So, unlike Ubisoft, I do Samurais right. just borrowing some of your fire there, JJheat, and I'll have it back to you here in a second. So, Turn Samurai is about the tale of a samurai named Kiro who gets transported from his home in feudal Japan to the cyberpunk future of 2100. And he's left stranded on the mean streets of Neo Detroit. Now he's got to find his own way. Got to do his thing in a world that's completely alien to him, completely different from what he knows. He gets hooked up with some people, and he meets this young lady named Tyler, and he starts to train her in the ways of the samurai.
Let's play.
All right, go ahead, sir.
No, I was just gonna say that maybe we should also play the trailer.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me. YouTube.com took too long to respond. Okay, excuse me. I'm just gonna reload the page and then we'll get back to this.
So, King's Portal. This book is very much kind of like manga, anime inspired. My aim was to kind of create like a middle ground between like manga and American comics. That was my goal.
It's time. Imagine a corporation with a stranglehold on the city. Imagine a cretin insane enough to work for them. Imagine a warrior on the verge of insanity. From past to present, from blood to blade, from man to samurai. This summer, the Phoenix Press presents the evil that has a new enemy, the justice that will be bittersweet, and the world that will never be the same.
Cool.
Okay, so the link should be in the chat to back this stellar project. It has the Comics Lord approval. That is me. And yeah, so consider backing it. I'll be putting out the link
Yo, Max,
as well.
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about this comic?
Looks cool. I'm interested. I will check it out.
So it has a Max Seal approval. That's nice.
Yeah, it's in the chat as well. This looks interesting.
Oh.
Yeah,
and then if anyone has any questions about the comic, I'd be more than happy to interest them. Also, I am kind of running a little thing. So since we're getting close to $900, I will say if anyone can get me over the $900 mark, I will do the meme live on stream.
The what?
Any Screecher updates?
Well, I do. I did. Let's see here. I do have my cover artists. There'll be 2 covers. I've got those in line, and Brian, the artist, has confirmed he is returning for Screecher. We just finished the colors for Torn Samurai. The letters will be done here in about a week or so. We're just in the very, very early stages of Screecher. That one's coming out in October. Oh, we have some strange Marvel theories.
Heck yeah. What are we doing? We are talking about comics. So
Good comics.
Yes, exactly. So I'll tell you what. Let's talk about the bad comics. Tom King's Wonder Woman sucks.
You're still salty about that, brother?
Because I've been called this.
Wait. Blame Britt, because she keeps sending me stuff that happens in this comic. And I'm like, God. Here's the thing, though. It's a content farm. So I've been just cranking out Wonder Woman videos. Well, one of which is almost at 1K views. So
Bro,
I'm cranking out videos.
Get that cheddar. For the love of God, get that cheddar.
Yeah. So, all right. So what did he do this Tom King everything stuff? Yeah. I know. Wait, I thought people loved that Wonder Woman when it started. Why do people hate it now? All right. So
Jared,
allow me to
show
explain.
the panel. Show the panel.
No. First, allow me to explain. Here's the evolution of it. So you had the Clunrad run by Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad. People hated that run. So when Tom King came on the scene, people were cautiously optimistic. Because here's the thing about Tom King: credit where credit is due. When he gets it right, he gets it right. Like you feel it. He knows how to write a good story. But when he gets it wrong, let me put it this way, it's a meme in the comic book community that it's only a matter of time before Tom King ruins your favorite character. So anyway.
He's the king of ruining your childhood.
So here's what happened. So I added to my pull list, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'll give it a shot because I've liked a lot of Tom King's Batman. I might as well give it a shot. So I'm reading through it. Issue 1 was pretty good, a little boring. And then the problem with Tom King, the problem started to show almost immediately because the thing about Tom King's writing, he writes everyone like they're emotionless automatons. And I'm like, that doesn't work for Wonder Woman. That may work for Batman, but not for Wonder Woman. So I'm reading through it. Then I get to a scene where he revisits the champion, the contest she went through to become Wonder Woman, and she punches her mother in the face.
Wasn't he referencing Greg Rucka's run? If
I
remember
and
correctly?
Tom King also admitted multiple times he didn't want to write Wonder Woman. So I'm like, well, it shows, dude.
No.
So then later in the run, he does this very tone-deaf depiction of veteran suicide. So obviously, I am pissed off about that. Then the third thing, this is what made me drop the book at issue 8. I gave it 8 issues, so I tried it out. He had the villain mock Christianity. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then the 9th issue is basically the Steve Trevor is awesome issue. And the problem with this issue is that first off, he has Wonder Woman's being held in a basement made of bricks, like in a brick building. She's Wonder Woman. She could punch her way out of this. How is she being held here?
I think she's still bound to that artifact. What's it called?
No, she's not. She broke it in the previous issue.
Then I'm completely lost.
Then he has Wonder Woman. Yeah, thank you, Britt. Wonder Woman ate a rat.
Oh, the poor rat.
Agendas don't make good comics. Thank you, Strange Marvel Theories. Exactly. And the problem, the overall issue, in addition to Tom King's boneheaded creative decisions, is that it's too one-sided bashing men. And I get people are going to say, well, that's Wonder Woman comics. I'm like, no, that's not the way you want to do this. By the way, Brown asks, who is the best modern-day writer of Wonder Woman? I'm talking post-2011. There haven't been that many. Maybe Vita Ayala for a couple of issues. Steve Orlando, maybe. But there's not a lot because I'm going to give you guys a little piece of DC insider information that I got. So you know how important Wonder Woman books are to DC? Okay, so Wonder Woman's books are considered a test book. And what I mean by that is that they're considered the training books that, like, if you come on your junior editor, they'll start you off just training just editing Wonder Woman as practice for the next step. They don't consider her, they don't treat her like she's the icon that they think she is.
Like I said, she's the weakest IP of the Trinity. I've always said that. I even gotten on a debate with you and Britt. Hopefully that's in the description.
It should be. He made some BS about some device Lex created that makes her powerless. Well, that's BS. I hate how they make Wonder Woman taller than Steve to rip off Big Barda and Scott. Well, it's because he also wrote Mr. Miracle. Fun fact. So the daughter thing, Wonder Woman's daughter, that was only done because he's like, Superman has a daughter. Has a kid. Batman has a kid. Wonder Woman should have a kid. That's why. And then if you look at the actual origin of Trinity, originally she was created because Tom King originally wanted to do an issue of John and Damian babysitting Barda and Scott's kid. But they couldn't, but for some reason he couldn't do that. So then he's like, I'm going to give Wonder Woman a daughter. It's not even his daughter.
Okay, before we go into semantics about that, yes, in the context of the story, Diana, it's kind of a Cassie Sandsmark situation where she kind of takes the girl in. We don't know what happens to Emily. We just know that she ends up rampaging at a bar and starts an international incident. Has Tom King even followed up on Emily since issue 3?
That's the other thing. He starts these plot threads that he carries on for issues and issues and issues and doesn't advance the plot at all. It's just people talking.
I'm sorry, but if anyone is going to be Wonder Woman's daughter, it's going to be Donna Troy.
That was the plan in the new 52 reportedly, by the way. But that works. I just don't like the motivation behind it because it's the most superficial thing I have ever seen. Well, superficial, Tom King. So there you go. What's with the writing and pandering to and for a non-comic book audience? If you want to create a comic based on real life society, go elsewhere. That's the thing. Tom King is a good writer. That's how I know it's not like I know he can do this. That's what makes it even more angering to me because I know he can do it.
So is this an editorial situation or
no? It's still him. I think it's like because I think he really wants to. Hey, what's up, Keely? I think he really wants to write. He really wants to write Steve Trevor.
Self-contained graphic novels.
Well, not only that, he wants to write because he told a buddy of mine that he wishes that I ship Clark and Diana. Well, you are among friends, Dreadmare. It's nice to know another one of the club. We too ship, at least Teladia and I.
Check out
ship.
Super Wonder Legacy.
Yes, I do an entire show on my channel, Comics League, about that. So
Lois is better. Wonder Woman punches her mother.
Well played, Max. Well played.
Yes.
Tom King.
Yes.
50 minutes and 22 seconds. I already
Comics League moment.
My big concern is that so Tom King normally writes this way because he uses this stuff as his personal therapy, and I'm like, he looks like he has some mommy issues, really, if he's writing his characters punching their mothers. It's really freaking annoying. It's the most superficial thing ever. Although the new Trinity of John Damon would make a better story. Here's the thing. Do you know why Trinity is in the future? I guarantee you. Here's why. Because DC probably figures if we have to cancel this story, we don't have to explain where Trinity went. Oh, Brit, counter. Lois left her kid in space with a psycho. Yes, that was the Bendis run, but it still counts. It's still canon. Still canon. DC blew up when they brought in Bendis and his brand. Thank you. Yes. Okay, since we all said he who must not be named, otherwise known as Voldemort.
Roll the clip.
Why did you say that name?
Thank you.
Now, the Trinity. Here's the thing about the Trinity, though, and Britt can probably elaborate on this. It's a totally made-up thing. It's not like a thing that's been existing for like a long time. It's like some thing that a DC tries to force on the characters. Philip Kennedy Johnson could. Yes, he could. He could. Philip Kennedy Johnson is a writer to follow. I think he could. And my theory about all this is, I think, based upon the fact that every subsequent issue, except for the one involving Superman, ironically, has been declining in ratings. So I have a theory that DC is going to cancel the book, and they'll just forget Trinity ever existed. She's in the future. She's not born yet. So they have a little period here where they could do that. They'll either tell Tom King to wrap up your Sovereign story early and move on from it because it's not working, or you're off the book. That's it.
And from what we've seen, now I will go into more details in my DC solicitations video for August. I believe it's suggested that Wonder Woman and Damian are going to have a team up in issue 12.
Why? That doesn't make sense.
If this
Damian
is true,
wants to spend time with his auntie.
If this is true, then using a Batman adjacent character to prop up sales is a desperate ploy to save face.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
Wonder Woman gets to be the cool aunt to Damian.
Yeah, King has had a rule of no Wonder Girls. He also seemed to have turned Vanessa's sister love for Diana into some weird, obsessive, unrequited love. Yeah, that's the other thing. So
I thought I was the only one who read it into that in issue 6. Like, am I reading this right?
You are reading it correctly. So, okay, so Teladia. So there's a character in Wonder Woman books named Silver Swan. You've probably seen her in other books, right? In other Wonder Woman media. She's been DCAMU stuff. She's the one with the silver wings.
Oh yeah.
So she is actually named Vanessa Capitelis in the George Perez run. She and her mother were the first people Diana met when she arrived from Themyscira. In fact, she taught Diana English. So she's a close friend of her. But eventually, through some machination, she was kidnapped and then made into a cybernetic swan. But she always had a big sister love for Diana. Mm-hmm. Then Tom King writes her, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've been in love with you for so long. Come with me and we can get away. And I'm like, what? I'm reading this and I'm like, to your point, JJheat, I was reading and I'm like, am I misinterpreting this?
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Tom King needs to be locked away in a straitjacket along with Mark Waid, freaking wackos. I agree. I know this is going to sound like a dumb question, but does Clark's cousin have a love interest? You mean Supergirl? I don't know.
Brainiac, Mon-El, I'm pretty sure there was a running gag in the Silver Age where she was paired with Clark a couple of times.
Oh, God.
That
sounds like something that'd be written by John Byrne. Daniel Warren Johnson wrote a Black Label Wonder Woman book, and it was awesome. Didn't Supergirl fall in love with a crippled dude recently? Oh, okay, that was New 52. So that was doing Superman Doomed. It's an issue that it didn't end up reading Teladia because it wasn't part of Superman Wonder Woman. Where after she got rid of the Lantern Ring, she crash landed on Earth, and she was taken in by a crippled guy. That's what happened. I only like babysitting series because, to be honest, it's what we should have gotten. Also, Trinity getting John Damien into trouble is so fun. Supergirl and Jason Todd.
Interesting.
They're both angry people. I could see that happening. And then
now,
Jason Todd. Wait. And Jason Todd gets a Red Lantern.
You've been waiting on that one, haven't
Yes,
you?
I have. Thank you. What were you gonna say, JJheat? And then we'll move on to another topic.
Please, but all I'm gonna say here is that the backups are fine; they're serviceable. But the main now, this could have been an editorial mandate because of absolute power. Hey, Tom King, make this as self-contained as humanly possible. But he has gone completely off the rails. Like, all you needed to keep the readership engaged is, where's Emily? How is this rampaging Amazon with child still out and about? Agents of Sovereign are going after her. And if you're trying to factor the backup story, she's likely going to give birth soon. I might as well be reading Crisis in Time, where Power Girl gave birth to a kid halfway through the comic.
Oh yeah, delivered by Wonder Woman. Yeah, that's the other thing. So the inciting incident leads to the Amazons being hunted in Tom King's story is an Amazon named Emily goes into a bar, is hit on by a bunch of guys, and kills everyone in the bar. So we never hear or see Emily again the entire series so far. But they keep referencing, we have to find her. So find her.
And this is a theory of mine. This is a personal theory. I could be wrong. Something tells me that given the connotations and how in issue 3, the secret agent working for Waller reveals Emily's with child, who's to say this would have led to Tom King making another tone-deaf writing choice, risk potential backlash. Okay, you need to step back from this as much as humanly possible.
Probably. All right,
that's all I'm saying.
Okay, Power Girl is Supergirl from another Earth. In other words, so what happened is that she crossed over she was originally Supergirl on Earth 2. In other words, the one with like Jay Garrick and all those guys. She crossed over to the Prime Earth. There was already a Supergirl, so she needed another identity. So she took over the identity as Power Girl. Dave says, so do you believe the rumors that Ultimate DC will be called DC Absolute might cause confusion with Absolute editions? It could. I think that's a placeholder name, and they might name it something else right now. But I don't know. We'll see. Was the terrorist group in the Wonder Woman movie part of Sovereign? I don't think so. If you're talking about the terrorist group in the ZSJL, I don't think so. I was talking to this anime manga guy. He was ranting about what DC Comics do not have a reading order in each of their comics. He can't get into comics because of that. Yeah, well, a lot of these events...
it's like the classic meme of like, oh, I want to get into Batman. Okay, you need to read this run. Don't go to 1938. Start here. I want to read Dragon Ball. Start at volume 1.
Yeah. Well, here's the way the story goes now. It's like, okay, so I want to read Batman. Okay, so what you actually know what, Nick? You play the person who wants to get into Batman. We'll do a live reenactment of this.
All right. So, hey, Jared, I want to get into Batman. Where do I need to start?
Okay, so what you can do is you can start in the new 52 and read on until you get the Tom King's run, and then you can read up to issue 49 and then skip issues 50 to 54, jump over to 70 and 74 to the James Tynion run, and then jump over again to the Zdarsky run. Does that make sense?
What?
Exactly. That's how complicated it is. But and again, the Bat Family yeah. I still think that they ruined that Ultimate Universe Ultimatum. They did. They 100% did. And not giving things an ending is one of the many things holding back American comics. Yeah, exactly. I do agree on that. So let's transition to another topic. Do you guys want to talk about Spawn or the X-Men movie?
X-Men movie.
X-Men movie.
I haven't heard anything about X-Men.
X-Men.
So, yeah, it's like they announced the writers for the writers that they are considering for the X-Men movie. I think. Let me see, X-Men movie.
Is it still called the Mutants?
No, it's called X-Men. It's called X-Men.
Thank you. Thanks.
There's no way that was good. You can't rename a brand.
Yeah, because X-Men is such an iconic name. Like
it's one of the highest selling comics.
I mean, the highest selling comic is an X-Men comic, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So they met with various writers, but the writers are boiled down to Leslie and Rafi Judkins. I don't know what they did. Oh, the latter of which served on a showrunner of Prime Video's Wheel of Time series. Oh no, for Nick.
No.
I did not plan this. I did not know who these people are. Oh my gosh, this is great.
Just why?
So you're
Why?
saying that, oh, the X logo, is that a Wheel of Time?
Just somebody kill me now. Can we kill Turn Samurai again?
Okay, let's do that again. We might as well do that again. But so yeah, back 2100 says Samurai. I'm going to actually pull up the comic again, and then I'm going to drop the link in the chat again for you guys. If you guys are interested in backing the comic, go ahead and do so.
Yeah, maybe like show like the pages or whatnot on the campaign or whatever.
Yeah, so let me do that. Hang on.
Hot take, Prior 900. Hot take indeed.
What is that? The last thing I want to say before I go: Wonder Woman, Dogwa, Kratos, any. I gotta disagree with you on that one because Kratos' whole thing is he kills gods. It'll be a fight. It's not gonna. No, I gotta disagree with that.
I'm sorry. Kratos could kill Wonder Woman. He could.
Yeah, he could. I'm saying that as a Wonder Woman fan. But anyway, so let's go over 2100 Samurai real quick. So Nick, how about this time you go over the tiers?
All right. So for those of you who are looking to get in with minimal cost or international, I have digital single issue, and then digital for all 4 issues. For the single issue, you pick issues 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then digital, you get both of them. A physical comic is $20. That gets you both the comic and digital 1 through 4. That's the feature tier right there. Thank you, Jared. And if you've never heard of Torn Samurai, which I imagine is most of you, I got a physical catch-up tier for $65. Also, domestic shipping is free, international is $15. So there's that. So, and then I got a collector's tier, which gets you a holographic, a spot foil comic, your name in the book, that was limited to 125, as well as a special edition trade paperback.
So there you go.
Nice.
So once again, I will drop the link to the comic in the chat.
Yeah, real quick, kind of scroll down and show them some of the pages.
Hang on real quick. Just let me drop it on here. Here we go. All right, so here we go. So here are some of the pages and the art and stuff. Obvious homage to Crisis. I appreciate that, Nick.
Yeah.
So we'll just scroll through this. So Nick, tell them about the red and the black and white and stuff.
So, like I said, I was trying to kind of do like a manga kind of thing, and I like black and red is my favorite color combination, and I just think like including the red just makes things just pop really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It gives a little bit more of a unique look as opposed to just always black and white, I think.
Definitely, like you always kind of think like, all right, what's my end? What makes me different from the pack? And I think this is it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, so consider backing it. It's a good comic. I've backed every single issue. It's a really good thing. So let's go to the Spawn movie. So we have an update.
But we didn't get Max's thought on the X-Men stuff.
Oh yeah, so go ahead, Max.
I'm just happy they're bringing back. I enjoy all the X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
Even Last Stand, Apocalypse. The only one that was really a letdown for me was the last Dark Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I like even the Wolverine movies. I mean, they're not great, all of them, but I enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
I love the X-Men. I love the X-Men 97 series.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited to see the X-Men come to MCU. I don't have strong thoughts on the writer. I'm just like, okay. It's like I'm not like, woo, I'm glad to hear that writer's on, but I'm not against it either. I'm just happy that they're finally getting there, just like the Fantastic Four finally getting into the MCU. That's what I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm.
The writer announcement doesn't excite me though.
Mm-hmm.
It fills me with dread.
Comics
Wheel of Time.
Tom King levels of when a writer's announced. Just kidding. But I'm not I'm not against it either.
That's a good one, Max. I appreciate that. So let's transition to our final topic of the evening. So we finally got an update on this frickin' Spawn movie. So it says here, Todd McFarlane's journey to get a new feature film Spawn off the ground has been a battle in the trenches for years, but when speaking with comicbook.com, He told us he feels more confident now than at any other point in the process. Okay, that's it. There's a script.
like
what?
Sorry. Okay, can I rant, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Todd McFarlane, shut up or nut up. Please, for the love of God, crap or get off the pot. You've been saying a Spawn movie is just around the corner for 30 freaking years, and I'm just tired of like every 5 years you're like, oh, Spawn movie's about to happen. Every news site reports on it, then nothing happens. I get it. You want you to direct it, but it's obviously a hindrance. You either pick someone who you can trust, put the money and do it yourself, or just stop freaking talking about it.
I have a completely opposite take of you.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
He had the movie made before, and it doesn't sound like he was happy with it. He didn't hate it, but I don't think he like really trashed it, but he was not happy with it.
Fair.
And he is trying to oversee it so it gets done right, and he doesn't have the resources of Hollywood just to do it with him directing or with him being directly involved. They just want to take the property and make their own version. So it's going to take longer. It is ridiculous how many delays, but honestly, if he can't get it done the way he wants to, they should keep delaying it, because you can't just, this isn't a character that's going to get so many chances like Superman. Spawn's not going to get so many chances as a movie. Hey, Callie, come here. As a movie. So I understand why he's trying to get it done. Now, hopefully that's why it's getting delayed, is he's trying to get it done right, and he doesn't have the resources. Hopefully Jamie Foxx is also still involved, because I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, he's like, oh, Spawn was right on the corner. We got what Jamie Foxx is going to be in it. Like, I get it.
I don't think it's all on Todd though, that the reason it's going slow. I think it's just because to get it done when he's directly involved, it's not an easy process in Hollywood. They just want to they're just like, okay, we're doing an IP movie, we're doing our version, and he wants to make sure
they want a director who, like, the director's going to want to, I want to put my own stamp on it.
Yeah, exactly. That's something I love. It's a love-hate thing for me with creatives, is everyone wants to make their own version. Like, they can't work with other creatives. They always want a blank canvas. That's one of my biggest.
I mean, look at like what David Lindelof, Doug Liman does when he does movies. He said it like, all right, the first thing I do is I toss everything out the window and start from scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it is ridiculously long, but honestly, it's not. We can't have do you at this point hold out to get it done right? Do you want an average Spawn movie after this big long wait?
I get it. Well, first off, I actually like this.
Then it's never going to happen again, probably.
To be fair, I actually enjoyed the Spawn movie. I know I'm an outlier.
No, I like it too.
Me too.
But I don't think he does.
And we got a super chat. I went ahead and bought a copy of 2100 Samurai. Hey,
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna give you this.
What is your profession?
All right, awesome.
He's a good supporter of a lot of people, so thank you, Dr. Strange.
Thank you so much. You made me, sir.
Go check out his Strange Marvel theories too. He has his YouTube channel.
Heck yeah.
I might have to.
So, all right. As for with me, it's like, yeah, I agree with Nick, but I wish you would say more than just like, oh, it's coming. I mean, at least give us more updates. Like, we're designing the suit, we're doing this. I already have like a sketch of the suit or something like that. Just do, because just saying, oh, don't worry, it's coming, it's stupid.
But also, to be fair, I can totally see where Max is coming from. Like, I totally see his perspective, and I don't really think he's wrong either. I think we're both right in this situation. That's how I see it.
By the way, Dreadman says, would you guys mind commenting on my hope that the MCU will finally do Cyclops justice in the MCU X-Men? The problem with that is that from what they've said, now this could be just all those annoying marketing people like not talking right? But they did say that like the X-Men movie is going to focus more on the female characters and lesser known X-Men. I'm with you, Dreadmayer. I would like Cyclops to be done well, like he was in X-Men 97, but to a degree, I think hold off real quick. I mean, they could still do it justice, but I'm not like full on oorah on that yet.
Yeah, the problem I have with that statement is, yes, X-Men has some of the strongest female characters in all of comics. Fair enough. But to say you're going to focus on them, like, they have to know that sends, like, exactly the wrong signal. Which, and by the way, that is what that comment is a signal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, Invincible's Universal Spawn, that could be cool. I have heard about Spawn movie since middle school. It's only going to be like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie where everyone else can be like, wait, that was real? Yeah, exactly. But all in all, I think I'm gonna hold out hope that we'll get a good Spawn movie eventually, because who knows at this point. But I think it's a good place to leave it. Thank you to everyone.
Spawn Recall fan film? It's really good.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone that came out and watched and that backed 2100 Samurai. Again, the link is in the chat. So, Teladia, where can we find you and what have you got coming on your channel?
So you guys can follow me on Twitter at Teladia Plays _, and if you want to check me out on YouTube, it's at Teladia Plays. What I've got coming up on the channel, we'll be doing my predictions for what's it called, Summer Game Fest, and what I could see there. I'll also be doing a stream with Jared for Multiverses. That's something we're going to be doing. It's free to play game. It's making its return, of course. So obviously, I'll be doing a stream on that. And also Snyder Fans Read Comics next week, which is going to be amazing. So so this is going to be really cool. And then also I'll be doing collabs with JJheat as we talk about some latest stuff in anime and stuff like that.
Oh, and by the way, Dave says, speaking of McFarlane, what do you guys think of the Yaira statue? Yeah, Eric July is getting his own statue of one of his characters. Great job. It's a great thing for indie creators because it's essentially because it's very rare for a company that young with IPs that young to get a statue by McFarlane.
I agree, though. To be honest, most of my attention is how butthurt some of these people are getting. Like, I don't like you don't have to like Eric July stuff, but to get this upset over him getting a statue is kind of silly.
Yeah, exactly. But so Nick, where can we find you and what have you got coming on your channel?
All right, you can find me on Twitter and YouTube. Just search the Phoenix Press. Tomorrow, I will be playing Fallout New Vegas with quite some skill, mind you. Even Jared can't deny that. And then,
at least it's not Sonic Adventure 2.
That'll actually be on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I'm interviewing Joan Sontag, so be pretty interesting. Oh, and then on Monday, we have the live stream for where we're gonna send off Rewatch in style. It'll be the last episode of Rewatch, canceling in that series, and then it'll be pretty cool.
All right, JJheat, how about you? And you are muted in case you are talking. Okay, so while JJheat is doing what he's doing, I'll give myself promotion. On Tuesday, I'll be interviewing Comic Storian on my channel. We're going to be talking about comics, movies, whatever comes across. For my Wednesday video, I'm going to talk about how I would write Wonder Woman. And then in terms of Under Two Capes next week, we're going to be talking about who is Marvel's Wonder Woman. Yeah, we're going full Wonder Woman.
It's not Power Princess.
Yeah, it is. And then
oh my god,
for Comics League Dark, Comics League movie night, we're going to be reviewing Halo 400 Dawn, the movie / web series that they did. And for Super Wonder Legacy, Britt and I will be doing another in-depth discussion about how DC disrespects Diana but shouldn't. But anyway, so and Max, how about you? What have you got coming on your channel?
Got a lot of streams this weekend. I'm finally home this weekend, so working on the house. I hope everyone has a nice, safe holiday and remembers that served the country, and that we've lost. But I also have a stream coming up later tonight, just a simple stream where I just have one panelist on at a time, just do like an hour of content. But I appreciate you hosting this one as well.
Anytime, dude.
Even though we disagree on certain things, I'm classic Lois for Superman. I can't. So you guys trigger me a bit.
And I look past that. And I look past that.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead, JJheat.
As for me, you can find me on JJheat75, JJheat Blaze, or JJheat75 on Twitter or /X. Stay tuned for my DeCamu and Damian Wayne retrospectives coming out later this week. Also, my DC solicitations collab with Nick Lenz and hopefully Teladia if he's available Sunday, and the return of Anime Blaze Monday. More information on those soon. And thanks for coming out, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Flame off.
Yeah, and the Superman and Lori Lemaris. Oh, the mermaid. Okay, I can kind of see that. But anyone but Lois Lane, and then that's for you, Max.
Oh,
So I had to do that. I had to do that.
So Max, I assume this is the last time Jared will be on your channel.
Yeah,
No.
probably. I'm fine with it. I will take my licks if I need to. But
A very common Jared L.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Okay, here we go. But stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. Zois and Max about for life. See you later.